Give me some sunshine, give me some rain, give me another chance, wanna grow up once again. Nini, this is not a music channel. This is an English learning channel. My name is Rupam and I welcome you all to my channel. My dear friends, I have played this song just only to explain you something. I have not learned guitar in one day or in 1 week. It took a lot of effort, it took a lot of time and lot of practice. Same way, if you want to learn English, you have to give a lot of time. You have to practice. You cannot start reading novels, you cannot start reading economics book or competitive exam related books in one day. You have to start from the basics. So my dear friend, I am here today with all the important information how you can start learning English. What all things you have to keep in mind. Today's lesson is all about how to improve your English from basic level to high level. So please watch till the end and I am sure you will understand where you have to start and what all things you need to take care of. The most important suggestion before we start is that don't go for the exam related books like the guides of SSC, Bank PO or Railways. Only because these books will cover some tough English and you will not understand. And what will happen? You will feel, oh my god, these all things are very tough. This is not for me. Finally, you will just leave. You will not learn anymore. So, start with something very easy. Make your basics, make your foundation strong. Only when your foundation is strong, you will be able to climb the ladders. So to create foundation, we need to take care of few things. Basically, 4 different things you need to take care of. You have to concentrate on 4 sectors. Number 1, grammar. Number 2, vocabulary. Number 3, reading. And finally, listening. Now you will ask, what to study in grammar? Well, some basic things I will share with you, which you need to cover when you are studying grammar. You can start with subject, verb, object. All these things are important. How to identify subject, verb, objects. These all things you need to understand. Also prepositions, object of verbs. You also have to take care of phrases, clauses. One more important thing which comes under grammar is sentences and kinds of sentences. You have to take care of this. Plus tenses, very important. Past tense, present tense, future tense, so many tenses are there. This all will help you to understand the structure of this language. So if you focus on all this, your basic will be strong in grammar. But what we usually do? Straight away we will try to read some very hi-fi books, some novels, some story books which you don't understand because of tough English. Don't do that. Start from the first level. Now you may ask me, sir, from where to read? Well, you can read this book. Okay, link of this book I'll give in the description. If you want, you can buy it. You will get good information about grammar and in a very easy way. Next, we come to reading skill. What all things to cover in reading? Well, to start with, you have to read storybooks, okay, short stories, comics, novels. So, always start with stories, short stories. Short stories will help you to get more interest. Your interest level will be there. The beauty of short stories is it gets over fast. You just read it and you like it. There is a very good book related to short stories. This is the book. I'll give in the description. You can try to buy if you want. Novels you can read. There are some good writers like Chetan Bhagat, Ravinder Singh. You can read their books. Also, if you think buying books is expensive and you don't like reading books, you can read from the internet, ebooks. Okay, now you may say, from where I will get these books? Online. Let me show you. Log into Google, okay, and type Your Story Club. See, okay, click on the first option. There, once the page opens, you see this option, Story Archive. You find so many stories which is related to social and moral, love and romance, whichever you like. Okay, friends, love. So you can open this site and as per your interest, you can read short stories every day, one or two. Also, you can read the polity books. Polity books helps when you want to read newspaper. Okay, before that, try reading polity books. These books will help you gain the language structure of newspaper. Read this book so that you can understand the newspaper language. Next, we come to basic vocabulary. First, you need to take care of frequently used words. What I made mistake when I was learning English is that wherever I get new words, I used to write down in my diary. I have the diary still now. This is the diary. I used to write down all the words without knowing meaning, without knowing anything. And at the end of the day, I used to get around 7 or 8 new words. When I open my diary and see at night, hardly I used to remember any word because I don't know the meaning. I don't know how to frame sentences. So, my dear friend, don't make this mistake. Simply don't write any new words. However, you can do one thing. In the Google, you can just type frequently used words. You may get around 700, 800 frequently used words. For your information, there are more than 1,70,000 words in English. How many you will remember? So the easy way is let me show you what you can do. You can go to Google. Once you go to Google, just type frequently used words in English. Okay? And just scroll a little down. When you go down, say you find the 100 most common words in English. Try to read these words. This will help you to develop your English vocabulary. Slowly, you will be able to understand these words. And when you are comfortable with these words, go for some advanced words. Next comes, you need to read the words from English books, school English books. Okay, basically from the 5th standard to 10th standard. If you are applying for some government exams, it is very important that you refer to the school books because school books will contain many information which comes in the exam. So this is important. Finally, we come to the listening part, which is very important. We human beings, we learn a lot of things by listening. Consider yourself. When you were a kid, you learned your mother tongue just by listening. Our parents used to say, Papa. We used to repeat, Papa. Mama, Mama. In this way, we learned the entire language. And that is why it is very important to give importance to listening. In order for you to learn English, you have to spend at least 30 minutes every day for 3 months to develop your English skill. So what all things comes under this listening? You can listen to podcast. Podcasts are basically 2 persons will be sitting and they will be discussing on different topics. Suppose motivational topics, suppose politics. And podcast is a recent trend. You can find podcast app also in your mobile. You can download and listen to podcast in English. Some podcast, if you ask me, I can give you example like Beer Biceps. Beer Biceps is such a channel where you get different types of podcast of different categories. You can refer to that YouTube channel. Also Ghana app is there. You can listen podcasts from there. TED Talks, one of my favorite. When I started learning English, I used to refer to this YouTube channel. Initially, it was difficult for me to understand. So I used to switch on the subtitles. So I used to listen, at the same time I used to read the subtitles. It got easy for me. So try to listen to TED Talks. Interviews, if you're preparing for some exams, you can always refer to interview channels. One of the interview channels, let me show you. So this is one of the YouTube channel which I watch many a time. Still I Rise Motivation. Okay, you can refer to this channel. So this is the channel. Yeah, Still I Rise. And finally, the big one. Refer to cartoons. You can watch cartoons also. My favorite was cartoon, I will seriously tell you. Now also I watch cartoons in English. There is one YouTube channel. Okay, let me tell you which channel is that. So this is the channel, New Stories Book English. Okay, you will get lot of English stories, short stories, long stories with morals, and it is very easy to understand. So my dear friends, we come to the end of this video. So in this video, whatever I have told you, you need to keep this in mind. Don't jump, because if you try to jump to the highest level, you will fall. It is always better to start from the basics. Step by step, climb the ladder, and I'm sure you will shine one day. I wish you all the very best. Thank you so much.